Hey, what's up guys, it's me Frohzen. We're playing some more Minecraft. Today we're gonna follow the same trend we've been doing for a while. We're gonna go ahead and build 3 farms: a magma, a drowned, and a raid farm. So we've got a lot of work to do. Some of these farms take a while, so let's just go ahead and get started. Alright, flying through the skies here at night. Like I said, we have 3 farms to build. 2 of them are gonna be fairly simple, but the one that's going to be hard is the raid farm, and you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do that one second. So let's start with the magma cream farm. Okay everybody, so like usual, let me go ahead and show you the simple concept of how the farm works. This one is probably the simplest of today by far. So let me show you guys how this farm is going to work. Imagine this is a magma cube spawner. Those are in bastions, right? So we'll just have to find the nearest bastion. We'll have a spawner. Let me grab some magma cube. Under the spawner is just going to be a layer of soul soil with some of the wither roses, and under it is going to be some railings that pick it up. So it's quite as simple as literally there's going to be a spawner. I am in peaceful. There's going to be a spawner that is going to spawn these cubes. They're going to fall onto the roses. The roses are one of the few things that actually kills these cubes, because fire doesn't. So yeah, they're going to die, and then the magma cream is going to fall, and then I'll have a railing going down below, collecting all of it and putting it into an item sorter. Literally just, that's it. Spawner, roses, and then a collection system. Okay guys, so I figured out where the nearest bastion is to me, so let me just go ahead, jump in the nether here, and let me show you guys where I'm thinking. So if we jump out here, you could see we're in our little hangar here. If we fly directly this way, we can actually follow the road, because I built the road to it. If we just fly directly this way, and right over this little bump, bam, if you guys know, there is a bastion here. So this is the first bastion we ever found, and yeah, it's the closest, and I think this would be a perfect spot. Man, English today, or I guess all day, every day. Yeah, let's go ahead and build the farm here. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Here's a time lapse. Okay everybody, so you just saw the whole time lapse. So like I said, I built that road that comes up all the way over here, and this part I have to fix. The road is the thing that I worked least on, but the farm itself does look, ooh, and there a bunch of stuff spawns right next to it. I need to somehow, I might have to button off this entire area, because these wild pigs really tend to spawn here, and I just have to like knock them off the edge, and it's kind of cruel. But yeah, I have this little like landing platform, because usually I'll be using elytra, right? If I die, I'll use the road, but usually I'll be using elytra, so I'll just like fly right in here. We've got this little tunnel going down into basically where the storage area is at. So if we come down here, you could see there is the hopper minecart running throughout the entire farm, and then when it collects everything, it comes here to this item drop off. So if this comparator senses any items in that hopper, it'll stop, unload the items. When it's empty, it'll start all over again, and everything will come in these chests. I've AFK'd one night, that's how much was in there. So basically maybe 3/4 of a double chest for one night. That's not terrible, because this farm isn't like crazy optimized. If we come over here and go up this stairway, we actually go inside of the bastion here, and this is where the actual farm is. So I've got a little roof up there along with an AFK area, so this is right AFK. I've surrounded with glass just so I can see inside, and you can see we have that spawner right there, and down there is just a pit of wither roses. So you can see they drop and he just instantly starts dying and it gets picked up. It's, again, a very simple farm. There is really high efficient farms dealing with portals and not using the spawners, so using the actual spawning pads. But honestly, I don't need a lot of magma cream. I don't know who does, and I'm not Sidecraft, so I'm kind of good with what I have here. So let me just go ahead and go into spectator mode just to give you guys a better look here. But yeah, this farm, there's not much to explain. This is kind of it. Obviously I had to decorate it real nice with a lot of the sea lanterns, and you know, I wanted to make sure everything was brick just to make it look nice. And if we go down here, this is, actually I can go inside. Yeah, this is the little pit here. You can see, oh, this magma cream should get picked up in a minute here. Yep, so it should come down and bam, it gets picked up, and then that'll get brought over here and fill our storage system. Guess let me go outside just to show you guys where the landing platform is. So that's the landing platform right there that connects inside of the bastion. I was thinking of making an entranceway actually inside of the bastion over there, but I just thought, you know what, it's much easier just to go through the side here and build a little tunnel. So yep, that is where it's at. So let me go ahead and go back into survival mode, because that's really about it. Like I said, not Sidecraft, so I would love to sit here and talk about that farm for an hour, but it's just simply a spawner. So let's go ahead and move on to, ooh, and I also built a little hole right here for me to get into it. Although, again, guys, remind me to button off those roadways because it's going to lower the efficiency of my gold farm here. So I guess I should answer a couple questions before I get started on the raid farm. A lot of you guys might be kind of scratching your heads on what a raid farm even is. You might have not even heard of it. It's honestly one of the more obscure farms that is stupidly powerful, but it's kind of obscure and a lot of people just tend to not build it. So you know, when you go around a village, or sometimes it spawns around you, you get that pillager with the little banner on its head. If you kill it, you get bad omen, and when you go to a village you get the raid. Well, this raid farm basically just abuses those mechanics. So I go and get myself bad omen, I go to this farm, and I basically swim up and down a water stream, going down to a villager, starting the raid, going back up, farming the actual the pillagers and evokers and all of those mobs, and then it just repeats the cycle over and over again. So I just farm them. Now this sounds simple in concept, but it's actually kind of complex. This is probably one of the first farms in a while that, I'm just going to be honest, I get it, but I also don't really get it. There's a lot of small nuances to the farm. So anyway, let me go ahead and, I guess, just like the Magma Cube farm, I can show you guys the simplest of concepts here. So come over here. It's just this is a very oversimplification, but I'm going to be standing here with a sword, and the actual pillagers are going to fall down here, and we're going to kill them here. How the pillagers are going to spawn here is that we're going to take all of the spawning spaces away, so they can only spawn up here. So they're going to just kind of like go up here. They're going to fall down. I'm going to kill them. And then when I want a new raid to start, okay, bad pillager. When I want a new raid to start, I'm going to fall down. I'm going to come down here. A new raid is going to start. I'm going to flow back up. I'm going to do some more killing, and we're going to repeat that. That's what it is. Anyway, enough talking. Let me just go ahead and build it, and then I can actually show you the actual crazy power of this stupid farm.
Close your eyes, seek paradise, won't change your mind, can't shape the lights, I'll take the chance and roll the dice. I want it all, just for the night. I live it out like I'll never die. I lose my head in the starry skies. Can't chain me down, I feel so alive. Back down, only one way out. I let you run my life. Now you won't get me down. Untamed, guess I lost my mind. You turned me inside out. No one can stop eyes won't change your mind. Can't shake the light. I'll take the chance and roll the dice. Just wanna feel the stars surround, the atmosphere never to come down. I'll stand alone, whether right or wrong. It takes me home, right where I belong. Back down, only one way out. I'll let you run my life. Now you won't get me down. Untamed, guess I lost my mind. You turn me inside out. No one can stop me now. So turn up the light. Turn up the light.
Alright everybody, so the farm is built. Now let me show you guys where it is at. I try to keep everything close. Well, you could tell that I like things very compact. So I didn't want to go out all the way into an ocean. So I thought, hey, we have an ocean basically right here. You know, this turns into, over there's the Guardian farm. Well, this one, I just built it right here at the corner of this little ocean. And this basically gives me the perfect amount of space. I buttoned off this road so nothing can spawn here. I buttoned off that island. And they can't really spawn on the edges of there. So it's just like a perfect little ocean. Now this one is definitely a farm I'm going to have to go in spectator mode, because this one is the one that really took me the longest to build. It was a very hard and complex farm with a, you know. Anyway, El Mango says it's easy, but I think anything is easy for El Mango. So I guess let's start from the beginning, because you're seeing a lot of item sorters, but that's really not the farm. That's just the extra. So if we come down here, we have a beacon giving us resistance and regeneration. So when we swing our sorter, we're going to lose hunger, and we're going to end up, you know, losing hearts because of that hunger. Well, this keeps us topped off so we don't die in the farm. I've got a villager down here, so this is the one that's going to be starting the raid. I've got a hopper clock here that sends me back up this water stream. So when I come down, I'm going to come back up using that water stream. I'm going to have another villager here that I'm going to kind of go past. Now, this is where the technical part of the... Do I know what this does? Not particularly. I think this starts the raid or something along those lines. One of these two starts the raids. I'm not sure. But I keep going up and up and up. Maybe they both do the raid. Maybe. I don't know. Ask the Sidecraft server. And then I come up here and I keep going. And this is where most of the magic happens. So I come up here. This is the hero of the village portion of the farm, which I'll talk about in a minute. Just ignore these guys for a second. So I'm going to come here. I'm going to basically step inside this water, get pushed against this fence, and come over here. And this is where I'll be standing with a sword, right exactly where that lava is currently. That lava should be going away soon. Yep, okay, so there we go. So that's where the pillagers will actually be landing. Now that lava is there to just kill any of the access mobs. But yep, so I'll be standing here, and then this clock right here will drop me, go down to those villagers, start a new raid, come back up, and I basically come back up this, get pushed over, and just continue the farm. This is something. I don't know if it's something to do with maybe entity cramming. Honestly, I have no idea. This is the clock for whatever that thing is supposed to do. And if we go up here, these are the only spawnable spaces anywhere near me. As you can see, everything else is either buttoned or slabbed. So anything that wants to spawn, in this case, the pillagers, illagers, or whatever they're called, they're going to spawn on this ice. I don't know what that lava is. Oh, the lava is there for the, I think, the Ravagers. I think? Maybe. Well, anyway, everything that spawns basically comes down to the side, falls down into this pit, and like I said, comes down to this little killing chamber, witches also are part of the spawning, so witches also come down. So, yeah. Terrible explanation of how this farm works, but once again, just look up the tutorial because everything is pretty important how it's built. The timings are important, the height is important, the slabbing and no spawning spaces is important. Yeah. Now, the only extra feature of this farm that some tutorials have and some don't is this hero of the villager portion. So you can have this entire farm with just the raids, but when you finish a raid, you get the hero of the village effect. And when you have that, any villagers with a job will actually gift you items. So along with all of the items that the raid actually gives you, these guys can actually throw you stuff. So I have one villager of every job in there basically throwing me items. It's pretty rare, but hey, items are items. Honestly, the thing I like most from them is the potioned arrows, because they give you those, and I don't really make those, so I just like getting them from these guys. But yeah, I guess let me show you guys the farm one more time. Now I'll be able to actually properly show you guys why this farm is so busted. I AFK'd here for like 2 days, and most of this is full. At least all of those are full of an item that I'll show you in a minute. But yeah, all of the items come down here, and I have 9 item separators. So let me show you what gets separated. But now here's the important stuff. We get redstone, gunpowder, glowstone, sugar, glass bottle, spider eyes, sticks, and emeralds. Really, the important one here is the emeralds and the redstone to me personally. But guys, that is a lot of stuff. This is a single farm, and it not only gives me redstone and emeralds, but also gunpowder and sugar and sticks and glass bottles. And like, this farm is absolutely nuts. So it goes all through here, obviously separates all the items, and then anything that is not those items gets sent into here. These are basically the non-stackable items, and these are just as important type of deal. So we have saddles, we have banners, and we have the reason why I even built this entire farm is these totems of undying. I never had any in this world. Oh, also potions of healing, and there's a couple more. Oh, yes, and then we get crossbows and iron axes. I already filtered most of those, but yeah, we also get a lot of those too. And you can see, if we go down this chest area, I am actually completely full. I'm filled to the brim. Every single one of these chests is filled. I even had to build an access place where I destroy any of my extra because, bro, look how many chests I have. I really don't need any more than that. And if we go over here, so this is all of the heads that I'm getting. This is the redstone. I put them in a block form just so easier to see how much we're getting. Gunpowder, glowstone, sugar, glass bottles, spider eyes, sticks, and again, very importantly, we get all of these emeralds, which I've already pillaged some, so I could actually go trading for more redstone. And here is the hero of the raid drops. Now these are very varied because we have 16 jobs and each of them can give you quite a bit of things. So I guess let's check each chest. Oh, I can't even open that one. Well, a lot of them can give you these chainmail armor, these stone tools, gold tools, cookies, leather, arrows, cooked chicken, salmon, lapis. Also, we get redstone, but I took that one out. And look at all of these arrows of healing, harm, potion, slowness. Now, I don't have any other players on this server, but those are just nice to have. And not gonna lie, it's oddly a very nice looking farm. I don't know, it's just like, I might also get rid of that island just because it kind of breaks the nature. It just looks weird. I don't want that island there, so I might remove it. But okay, everybody, we've got one more farm to go to today, and that is the drowned farm. Once again, we're gonna go back to our simple roots. This farm isn't stupidly complicated, so let's go ahead and jump in my world and just show you the super simple concept of it. It's not crazy hard. Basically, what we're gonna be doing is being in a deep ocean specifically, and then at the bottom of the deep ocean, we're gonna be building some nether portals. Next to these nether portals, we're going to have, it's not going to look like this, it's going to be a device of pistons and observers. So basically, I'll have some of the soul sand right here, pushing everything up, and then they're going to be pushed up into observers and pistons that are going to shove them into these nether portals here. In the middle between the nether portals, it's getting stomped right now, but it's going to be turtle eggs, and when the mobs come through here, we'll have a killing system on the other side. But like I said, they would be just right here, they would swim up to the portal and get shoved in. That's really the whole basis of it. It's super simple, and I would go 115 blocks into the air, and that's where I would be basically AFKing. Now,
think I can fly when I'm with you. My arms are wide, catching fire as the wind blows. I know that I'm rich enough for pride. I see $1 billion in your eyes, even if we're strangers till we die. I wanna run away.
build. So you know what? I'm not gonna even cut here. So let's run over to the ocean. And like I mentioned earlier, this farm is built in the exact same area as here because I just like to keep my farms tight. So if we look, bam, right to the right, and I totally like moved my head a little too fast there, we can see if we go under here, we actually have the contraption that I was talking about right here. And I'll definitely go into spectator mode to show you, but I'll also go up here and show you that this is where I'm gonna AFK, basically keep me protected from the phantoms. And this is a secondary portal to get to where we actually farm the drowns. So if we go through here, we land in this little area that I built up. And if we go over here, this is where the actual drowned themselves would come. And I did a little bit of farming, so I got 22 heads, a little bit of copper. No tridents yet. This trident I actually got when I was building the farm, so no tridents from the actual farm yet, but I got one from building the farm, so I don't know if that's technically profit. I really wouldn't think so, but hey, we can try, I guess. Now let me go ahead and just go into, oh, actually I already, if we go down here, you can see that I leveled out an area of the seafloor. I think the drowned can see an egg from 23 blocks away. So anything 23 blocks from right here will see these eggs, and the drowned will just swim up here to try to get the eggs. They'll get pushed up by these bubble beams into the string that is right here. When their head hits the string, this observer will update, hitting this block into the note block into the piston, which will basically just boop, shove them into this portal here. And I've just got 4 of those right next to each other, so you can see they've got the 4 portals right here. Got the eggs right here. Obviously eggs need to be in air, not in water, so I used some of the trapdoors and fences to make sure they're not drowned. And yeah, oh, we can actually see the farm in action. So if a drowned sees the egg, it'll come up. It's, oh, there we go. It just showed you what it did. Its rates aren't amazing. It's a very like bare bones drowned farm. I might actually build another just to get serious with it, but this is a pretty good. Okay, now we can go back into spectator mode here. So it's just basically a small dugout. This is where, oh, and the Finger's right there, so it's not even too far away. Oh, you can see there's the one drown that fell in. So this is where the portals ended up, so I just built a little area here. Literally, this is just it right here. We come over here. The magma farm took like 4 hours because I had to clear it out and then replace the blocks. This one took maybe about 2 hours, about maybe an hour and a half for the farm, 2 hours to just decorate. And this bad boy took a lot longer than that, but these types of farms should take a while because yeah, your boy is getting that redstone. And go ahead and stick our redstone in here. And a lot of this was from the villager farming. And we can do that. Bam, 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 bam. Okay. Oh, the one thing that I did want to do is update you guys on my head wall because I've gotten a lot of new heads. And I don't know if you guys even care, but I'm going to show you guys now. So you guys remember my head wall? Well, I've gathered some more heads. There's one that I'm missing here, which is the drowned head, which I'll have to grab. But yeah, I've got 1 head for every job type of the villagers. These are all of the raid ones, including the witch. I've got the bee, blaze, the shulker. I've got the 2 types of llamas. I've got the spider, the bat, a cat. The wither skeleton and the wither, these are the 2 mobs. So the zombie creeper, got some of the zombie villagers, got the wolf, angry wolf. You guys saw me get the skeleton horse, iron golem, skeleton, hoglin piglin, phantom, glow squid, wanderer, sulkin, and then this is actually, I think it has to be rare, right? That is the charged wither. So that's the wither. You guys know when it's like charged. Yeah, I got that. So I don't know how rare that is, but I think that should be pretty rare if my logic makes sense. But yeah, so that is a little update on my wither wall, my little head wall there. And the last thing we'll do for this episode is update the wall of farms because we now have a lot of these items. Like technically the copper we have farmed, the magma cream we have farmed, the arrows we have farmed. Yeah, so those are the items. So let me quickly just switch those on. Okay, everybody, so the wall's been updated. The arrows, the spider eyes, the magma cream, the obsidian, and the copper. Those are all on. I can't, is that it? trying to think. I know the raid farm had a lot of repeats, so like the redstone we already had farmed and all that. And there's probably things I'm forgetting, but I'm just gonna leave those for another episode. I might. Oh, the Totem of Undying. Yep, both of those are now because we did get both of those technically. Okay, guys, I'm gonna end the episode off here. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to click on the comment, as a on the channel, and I'll see you guys later. God bless and goodbye.